Well, the clock is ticking down to October 15th. That's when Medicare open enrollment begins. We want to make sure that you are ready, and that is why we have experts here today. Catherine CVA from AARP and Steve Edmonds from Alliance Insurance Services are with us. They can answer your questions about Medicare and enrollment. This is how you get your question to them. You text us that question, 336-379-5775. Your question is anonymous, but you get your question answered in real time. All right, first and foremost, let's start off, Steve, with talking about the calendar, when the enrollment begins, when it ends, and why that's so important.
Okay, so this is an important time of year. If you're already on Medicare and enjoying your policy there is an annual enrollment period every year. It begins on October 15th. It runs through December the 7th. And that is a time of year where if you're on a Medigap plan, and you would have a standalone prescription drug plan to go with that. And this is the time of year when you can change that plan. So if you're dissatisfied with your drug coverage or the way it's working or the copays or the deductibles or the formulary or any number of things you could be dissatisfied with, this would be a time of year where you can switch plans and you can upgrade to a different coverage and do some different things. For other folks, if they're on Medicare Advantage plans, then this is the time of year where they can completely switch out and change a Medicare Advantage plan from one carrier to another carrier. So it's an exciting time of year. It's also hectic, but it is a great time of year for consumers because they can make a lot of changes and a lot of upgrades to their plans.
Right, and once December 7th hits and the open enrollment stops, that means that you're kind of stuck with what you got for the next year. So make sure that if you need to get with an insurance agent, it's absolutely free for you to talk to them. They do not charge you for giving the information and kind of comparing the deals for you. And that's one of the best ways to be able to figure out if you might need to change something.
Yes, it is. And it is a very good time to review all those coverages, especially the drug coverage end of it, because that's a lot of changing from year to year. And it's always best to get your coverages looked at, have them analyzed, especially the drug coverage end of it, and then make decisions going forward.
Okay. All right. So we went over the dates of the open enrollment, but what I don't want you to miss is what happens if you think to yourself, well, I'm not 65 yet. I turn it next year. I don't have to worry about any of this. Catherine, let's talk about when folks have to sign up for Medicare.
Okay. It is critically important, whether you're working or not, that as you approach your 65th birthday, you sign up for Medicare. That's 3 months before your 65th birthday, the month of your birthday, or 3 months after. But during that window, you need to sign up for Medicare. You may choose, if you are working and have a creditable plan, to not sign up for Part B during that time, but you must still sign up. If you don't, and you blow it off for some reason, and then go back to try to sign up, you will, for the rest of your life, pay a penalty to sign up for Part B. So make it a Medicare birthday, and 3 months before, put it on your calendar so that you can be sure you have all your questions answered. And then once you do that, if you are in the middle of the year, that's called a qualifying event, then you can go and see an insurance agent about a supplement for the rest of the year.
Yeah. All right. That is the big thing. You know, Medicare has a bunch of different parts, and B is the part that everybody kind of gets stuck at, especially if you're still working and you're getting your health care from your employer. They think, well, I don't have to sign up for that, but you have to sign up and defer it. Is that the correct wording for it?
Yes.
All right. So Steve, you're saying yes to sign up and defer. We're all on the same page there.
Yeah, you can keep group coverage through an employer, sign up for Part A, defer Part B until which time you do retire, and then you have an open window of enrollment when you lose that group coverage through the employer. Even if you're 66, 67, 68, you can still sign up. But there's even a gateway there, so you need to be sure to do that even within 60 days of losing that employer coverage. So I would really be careful with that. If you keep working and keep that group coverage going, that's fine. But before you pull that trigger and do the retiring mechanism there, you need to talk with folks and make sure that you're within a good period there where you can get signed up, because you do not want those enrollment penalties, as Catherine just mentioned.
Yeah, and Catherine, just in case folks missed it, when you get a penalty, it's not just for 1 year.
No, it is for the rest of your life. And if you don't sign up in the beginning and you decide you want it 2 years later, the penalty accrues. So you are not only paying for the 10% penalty going forward, you are paying the accrued amount. So it is a financial disaster for you to do that when it can be avoided by just signing up and making sure with your employer that your plan, if you're going to defer, is a creditable plan, because not all plans are.
Okay.
So do some research.
All right, what we're here for is to answer your questions. Everybody's got questions that they feel like they need to get answered. They don't know who to ask it. This is your chance to ask an expert. 336-379-5775. We'll be right back.